Welcome once more to Dháre's Dosage. I'm Dháre, and we are on day 13 of our Absolutely Authentic series. I do think today's video is going to be fairly quick. I just wanted to pop in, and today is more so going to be just a little share about where I'm at in this journey. As you may know if you watched day one, and if not, I will enlighten you. This 21-day series of absolute authenticity is basically progressing my journey after having a major life uprooting and removing myself from the relationship I was in with the father of my children, removing myself from a community that I was a part of for the past 4 years, and just getting reestablished and just resetting as a 30-year-old woman with 2 children. So just quick backstory about how this series even got started. And then Dháre's Dosage itself is a blog that I've been running for the last 3 years. My motto is boost beauty, boost health, boost mentality, and ultimately boost self. And I'm all about just becoming a better version of ourselves, which is why I even had to make such a drastic decision that I did, because that was the best decision for me, that was going to put me forward in alignment with who I am and my purpose, because the situation and space that I was in was proving to be counterproductive to that, and I cannot keep ignoring my heart and my intuition and all of the higher guidance that I was receiving to take a different direction and where I was going in life. So all that being said, I guess the focus of today's video is going to be about freedom, because it's very much the word that's on my heart and very much the word that I feel I am operating in fully now, and why it is officially the case today as opposed to even, when I started this 21-day journey with you, is because I'll be honest with you, there was one last piece of the puzzle that I hadn't quite put into place and set into motion to make this decision final and official. So even though within my own heart and within my own mind and, my immediate family that I'm around, and even with you, being open with you here on the World Wide Web on this 21-day journey, I would say for some reason, my ex-partner hadn't really fully grasped and accepted that I had in fact left and that we would no longer be together, and he was still holding on to hope. Now, at first, very naturally, I kept engaging in exchange and tried to make it known to him why I had to make the decision that I did, but it wasn't quite getting through. It couldn't quite get through. And so eventually I just gave up trying to explain that. And I just operated in being a peaceful person. I wasn't rude. I wasn't nasty. I kept my distance. I didn't reach out or make contact, but I wouldn't ignore contact if it was solicited from me. I would just keep it short, keep it simple, keep it peaceful. But in doing that, it's like I was unintentionally leaving the door open for him, which was, I would say it's not rice, but not rice. I had dinner not too long ago, excuse me. I would say it was not right, but it was part of the process and part of the journey. My intent in doing that was to really just maintain my peace. I wanted to be able to focus, on my video blogging here and on my immediate next steps in lives, handling business that I needed to with financial matters and just getting things in line and in order for me and my children as we're entering this next phase of life. So I was kind of tired of the back and forth, and I didn't want to be bothered with it. So my mentality was just, okay, if he wants to think he still has a chance with me, whatever, let it be. But, a part of me knew that there was something off about that. Even though I was not being dishonest, the fact that I was allowing that potential, like I said, to be a part of his reality, I felt like that in itself was a form of dishonesty. And I very much have to be authentic, that's the word. That's not just a word or message for this series. That's genuinely how I seek to operate in life is in my own authenticity, you know. So by not letting it know that that door is completely closed, I feel like I wasn't being authentic. And it hit me very strongly today between a very, very clear and vivid dream that I had last night, some messages I was getting just last night from my higher self, and then I had that dream, and then today when I woke up, it became very clear to me that I needed to go ahead and make that final move to make it be known that this is my ultimate decision, that there should not be any hope held, and you know, that chapter of our lives together had to be closed. And you know, it wasn't just with him, but also with that community I was a part of. Even though I was distancing myself, I had not officially let it be known to them by, you know, taking the proper measures. I don't need to get into details about what they are, but there's like basically a final protocol or procedure that someone does when they leave the community, and I hadn't quite done that, even though I mentally and physically and all that stuff had checked out. So I went ahead and took that final step to let it be known to everyone within that community that I am no longer a part of what they are. So I know my energy may seem a little more, you know, not as peppy and bright and blissful today, but know that I am okay. I am totally okay. And I definitely feel free. You know, I definitely feel free. If anything, the reason why maybe my energy may seem a little more tamed is I am a very compassionate person, as you very well may have gauged by now. I'm very compassionate. So of course I feel for my ex-partner. Of course I feel for him, you know, but I have to guard myself. I have to guard my heart. I have to guard my mind, and I have to guard the entirety of my being and not get caught up in anyone else's emotions or, you know, states, because I absolutely have to move ahead. You know, it's my MO. I absolutely have to. I don't have a choice, you know, and I don't want to do anything but that. But again, I'm sharing this to say that now I do fully feel like I am in a space of freedom, you know, now that I handled that last little piece of the puzzle, so that I was ensuring that there was no confusion for him or for anyone else within that space. Just solid, clear. This is what it is. This is who I am, and I'm on to the next phase of my life. So freedom is mine. Freedom is mine. And with that, I just want to tell you, you know, find your freedom. Find your freedom. If there's any little piece or aspects of your life that is keeping you held down or held back a little bit, or even just taking up unnecessary mental space, because for me with this circumstance, it's not like I felt super weighted down by not handling that last piece of the puzzle, but just like a small little thing that would, oh, I know I still have to do that, you know, oh, I know I still have to officially cut that out and let it be known. That little thing is still taking up a bit of mental space, you know, and I'm not at a point where I want to or need or can waste any mental space. I need to be clear-minded, you know, I need to be free all the way through. So I say that to encourage you, you know, if there's any little lingerings of things that's hindering your sense of freedom in life, just handle that. You know, there's already enough things in our lives that, you know, we can't necessarily control. Like, we all have to pay rent, and, you know, a lot of people have to work a job that maybe they don't want to be in. And even that in itself kind of, you know, it chips at our sense of freedom in a way, right? So if there's any ways that you can grab on to your freedom in your life, you capitalize on those. You know, you snatch it up, you take it, and you keep yourself in a high elevated state, like we talked about yesterday, keeping that energy light, making energy lighter, loving over worrying, mellow, that little acronym. All right. So I will go ahead and wrap it up there. I don't have much else to say about the matter. But yes, as always, I hope you've had a wonderful day. I send you vibes of peace and power and freedom. May you stay supremely well, and I'll be back here tomorrow. Be well.